So weighing your yarn is a really good way if you're working with colours and you're a bit worried about yarn amounts, but you do always have to weigh what you're starting with. So with all that about yarn weights and accuracy, I'm going to check. Oh, these are so beautiful. I'm going to check how much each of these 20 gram mini skins weigh. So we'll start with the orange. So the orange is bang on 20. Bang on 20. Good, isn't it? Oh, get 21 in the pink. And in the blue, 21. Generally, and that is 20. Generally, I found that you always get a little bit more rather than a little bit less. So I'm off to ball those up and then we can start on the stripes. Right, well, I got a little bit carried away with the making. So I've basically done a stripe in each colour so far. So here is what I have left of each of my balls. And what I did in the end, I stuck with 14 rows in each colour. So I worked my 14, which I'd done where I left off, and then I did 14 in the pink, and then I went and weighed the remainders. So we've got 0 there, and then if I drop it on, that's interesting, we've got 13, it was 12 before. The same with all of the other colours, so that's 13 left. So you can see I've actually got plenty of yarn left. I'm going to have, by the time I've done my second stripe, probably about 4 grams left of each. So I could have probably got away with 16 rows of each colour stripe, but the length isn't going to be an issue for this scarf. It's going to be plenty long enough, so I'd rather err on the side of caution. So I hope you find that a useful example, just showing that measuring the weight of the yarn you've used and the yarn you've got is a really useful way just to predict how much you're going to use. I have a whole blog post actually about how to calculate how much yarn you're going to use for any project. For this, it was how I split the colours amongst the 2 stripes that I knew I wanted to do with each, but you can apply the same formula to pretty much any project, as long as you got the scales and you either know your gauge or your measurements. So I'll pop a link to that blog post down in the description. But if you've got any questions about determining yarn amounts, just let me know.